you're going to be actually getting worse at doing what you do the longer you don't go do it. To all of our listeners out there who are sitting there paralyzed from fear to even start on a big thing that you want to do.
Ooh-wee.
And worried about, oh, what if I try to make this song and it sucks? Or what if I release this song and somebody doesn't like it? Or what if I don't get as many plays as I hope to? Just think about Rip Kenny out here actually smashing his own body and laughing it off.
Wow.
And jumping right back on the horse and pushing through, and just take a little bit of humility real quick, because hot damn, you know, like, is it scarier for somebody to be like, I don't know if I like your tune, bruh, than it is to, like, get back on a mountain bike after you crashed it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, is it a life or death situation? Because no, it's not.
No, it's definitely
not.
No,
it's not. You know, like, there's so many scary things in life that as soon as you just face up to it and you push right into it, stop being scary.
Yeah. And it's also important to note, like, it's a good reminder for myself, even, like, what you just said exactly. Like, why would you ever have a fear of writing music because you think you're not in a creative mood today and you're going to write garbage and you're going to feel bad about it? Like, that thought still enters my head. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I'm kind of tired today. Like, I have like 3 hours, 4 hours, but if I tried to make a song, maybe it would suck. And like, I just don't want to make something shitty today. Like, I'm like, that fucking scared feeling still enters my head. And so like that reminder that Luke just said is so fucking important for everyone, myself included.
I think that's like definitely a normal part to have, that voice doubting it, because I feel like it's almost the adult part of ourselves, our psyche or whatever, sort of arguing with the child part of ourselves. It's like, no, I want to play, I want to have a good time. And the adult versions is like, no, clean your act up and like straighten yourself out and, you know, be a fucking adult and like settle down. And, you know, it's just the total opposite to that creative side of yourself. So yeah, man, I don't think that they can like coexist really, but I think having not in the same moment, but I think having both is definitely a sign that you still have that creative aspect alive. And now obviously if you keep giving into it, I know I'm jumping analogies here, but it's like the feeding the wolves analogy. It's like whatever, you know, you keep feeding is what's going to grow stronger, keep coming back. So you can't keep giving into it, but I think, you know, like I said, having it is a good sign that you still have the yin to the yang as well.
Yeah. It's like, so the physical therapists there's physical therapists that will come visit your home from the hospital. And one of the things he said to me was, the longer you don't walk, the harder it's going to be. Uh-huh. And that shit really stuck with me. I literally, like, that night I was like fucking figuring out, like, how could I brace myself in a way with like my arms and some other shit that I could like start to like mimic the motion of walking with no weight on my left side. Mm-hmm. Like, so I could fucking get that muscles firing again and get like, oh shit, like I gotta go my heel before my toe and shit like that. Like, it seems so fucking crazy, but like, that's the same thing with music. Like, if you're afraid to sit down and write music, and I'm talking directly to myself here, if you're afraid to sit down and write music like so regularly that it becomes a habit, like because you think you don't want to write shitty music, you can only write it when you're in like the right state of mind, like you could be way better, but you don't exercise that skill as often as you could because you're throwing up mental blocks. You could be better.
Amen.
You gotta exercise those muscles.
The longer you give into the fear the more you're going to stay in the fear. The longer you don't just go write whatever music you've got, whatever ideas you've got at whatever skill level you're at, the longer you're going to be stuck right there and backsliding. You're going to be actually getting worse at doing what you do the longer you don't go do it. Your real life moment of what that physical therapist told you echoes an injury I had when I was, I don't know, maybe like 22. I was drinking beers on somebody's roof in Southern California, and it was like a really short roof, like you could reach up and touch the gutter, and I was sitting on the edge of the roof, dangling my feet off, and I popped off, and I just misjudged my jump, didn't get my feet out in front of me, and landed flat on my face in the lawn with my arm pinned beneath me and dislocated my elbow.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And it was kind of like you. It was like at the first moment, people are like, oh my God, did you break your neck? Are you hurt? I'm like, no, I think I'm good. Just knocked the wind out of me, rolled over. Like my arm is a little, and I straightened it and it popped back in the socket. And it was like, oh, okay. Yeah, there was something going on there. Got an ice pack, couple more beers, went to the hospital, got some x-rays. And, also this kind of ties into getting bad advice from people that don't really know. You ask your friends, like, yeah, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't write some music if you're not feeling it. You can't force it. So many people say, oh yeah, you can't force the creativity. And okay, maybe, but also I think you're putting too much weight on the creativity and the inspiration part, whereas production is really a process, and it's something repeatable where you take any idea and you take it through a set of steps called arrangement and mixing to get it to a place where it's a song. Even if it's a bad song, you just practiced all the steps that get an idea from one place to the other. And the first 2 doctors I went to told me, oh, you have a broken elbow and you need to be in a cast for 6 to 8 weeks and immobilize it. And then I talked to another doctor who is an actual specialist for elbows, and we're like, oh, they told you what? Yeah, that would have screwed you up. I need to put you in a brace that is movable, that has that you can slowly open up your range of motion from 5 degrees to 10 degrees to 20 degrees over the weeks, so that you can still move your elbow. Because if you don't move your elbow little by little, you're going to calcify it. And then it's going to take you like a year of rehab to get your full range of motion back, as opposed to 6 to 8 weeks total to get your full range of motion back. And the longer we sit in that fear of moving forward, the more we calcify and the harder it is to start moving again.
I like it. What's up, humans? It's Luke, your friendly neighborhood trap Jesus. Thanks so much for watching the podcast, checking out our videos. We truly appreciate you. So, Rip Kenny, Tesco, and myself got you a gift. We made you a free sample pack. It's got basses, it's got FX, it's got crazy percussion and Foley sounds, and it's free. It's all yours. Just click the link in the description below. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe, hit that like button, and share this with your friends. We appreciate you. Peace out and peace among worlds.